don't really know where to start. I guess this all began last October when I moved into my first apartment alone. I'd just taken a job as a graphic designer for a small firm outside of Portland, Oregon. Nothing glamorous, but it paid the bills. The apartment complex was a little worn but clean, nestled on a quiet street lined with tall maples that turned golden in the fall. I thought I'd found the perfect place. The building was U-shaped, 3 stories tall, with an open courtyard in the center. I was in 5C on the second floor, with a balcony that overlooked the courtyard. Across from me, diagonal and to the left, was 6C, the unit with the drawn blinds. I never saw who lived there. First, it was small things. At night, around 1 or 2 a.m., I'd catch movement behind those blinds. Just shadows. Not strange in itself, people stay up late, but they never turned on lights. It was always just a silhouette pacing, occasionally stopping to face my direction. I told myself they were just smoking or stretching or whatever, but it kept happening. Every night, same time, same pacing. Then the smell started. It was faint at first, like old damp laundry, but it intensified over the next week. A sickly sweet, rotting smell that drifted through the courtyard and settled like a fog outside my window. I complained to the super. He shrugged it off. "It's the pipes," he said. "This place is old. Water backs up." But I wasn't the only one. A woman on the first floor, 1A, pinned a note on the community board. "Does anyone else smell that at night? Is something dead in the building?" The next morning, the note was gone. A few nights later, I was up late working on a client project. Around 1:40 a.m., I took a break, went to my tiny balcony with a mug of cold coffee, and stood under the stars. That's when I saw the blinds in 6C shift. Just slightly, enough to see someone was behind them, watching me. I stared back, didn't move. The figure didn't either. No phone glow, no TV, just stillness. I finally went back inside and locked the balcony door. I didn't sleep much. It got worse. On Halloween night, I came home from a party around midnight. As I walked up the stairs, I saw something stuck to my door. A small piece of paper, taped in the center, with only 3 words. "We see you." I checked every neighbor's door. Nothing, just mine. I stood there for a long time before finally peeling it off and going inside. I didn't call the cops. What would I even say? But that night, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was in my apartment. Nothing was missing, nothing out of place. But I found my closet door cracked open. When I knew I'd shut it, I started keeping a knife by my bed. By mid-November, I was unraveling. My boss said I looked pale. I stopped replying to texts. I wasn't sleeping. Every night, the same pacing in 6C. The smell got worse, clogged my throat. I taped towels under the door to keep it out. I begged the super to check the unit. 6C is vacant, he said without looking up. No one's rented it in 2 years. I laughed. He didn't. I asked him to come up and see for himself. He refused. "Some things are best left alone," he said. That's when I knew something was really wrong. I bought a cheap camera and mounted it on a tripod by my window, aimed directly at 6C. I let it run overnight. The next morning, I reviewed the footage. Hours passed. Nothing. Then, at 1:47 a.m., the blinds twitched. The shape emerged. But this time, it didn't just pace. It turned and walked toward the glass. Slowly, it pressed its face, its pale, featureless face against the window. But the face didn't reflect any light. It absorbed it, like a void. Then the blinds snapped shut again. And at 1:49 a.m., my front door handle jiggled. I dropped the camera. I moved out that weekend. Broke the lease packed in a day. Didn't tell anyone. I left a note for the super. "There is someone in 6C. He never responded." 2 weeks later, in my new apartment across town, I got an envelope in the mail. No return address. Inside was a single photograph, blurry, grainy, but unmistakable. Me, standing on my old balcony. looking directly into the camera. Behind me, in the sliding door's reflection, was a tall, dark figure with no face. The photo had one sentence scribbled in the corner. "You never looked behind you. I've changed my number. Switch jobs. Avoid balconies. I live in a high-rise now with double locks and 24/7 security. But most nights, I still wake up around 1:47 a.m. I check the windows, and sometimes, I swear I see movement in the apartment across from mine. There are no blinds this time, just glass. And the silhouette inside? It doesn't pace anymore. It waits.